The story isn't about Maine. At least it isn't today, but maybe it will be someday. What we've seen in Los Angeles over this weekend is extraordinary, and I worry that because it happened over the weekend, because it happened in California, because of how many Americans avoid coverage of the news, that not enough Mainers are going to take this seriously. And I worry that if creators like me treat today as business as usual and are not focusing on what's happening in California, then we risk sending this message that it's not a big deal and that everything is okay. And it's not. And I'm making this video. When I was a Republican, I would have bristled at the idea of a paramilitary army of federal officers not wearing badges, not wearing name ID, covering their faces, running around cities and effectively kidnapping people, taking them off the street away from their families without due process. When I was a Republican, I would have fumed at the idea of an army of federal officers being deployed to a city to engage in combat with American citizens. People are protesting the federal government's actions. Yes, that is their right. It's your right. It is my right. Those protests started peacefully, and the city of Los Angeles said, we can handle it. Our police can handle it. But the Trump administration insisted on sending in a massive deployment of federal officials armed to the teeth. It's hard not to think that this escalation wasn't intentional. It's hard not to think that these pictures coming out of Los Angeles are exactly what they want. It's the point. Did you know this is the first time since 1965 that the National Guard has been deployed over the objection of that state's governor? President Trump campaigned about this. He said he wanted to use the U.S. military against Americans in blue states and blue cities. An unidentified officer intentionally shot an Australian TV reporter with a rubber bullet while she was live on the air, which is the only reason we even know that it happened. The president is using fear and now the U.S. military to intimidate and scare people into silence, especially those people who disagree with him. This week it's California. Where will it be next week? How long before he brings this type of force to Maine? How long before President Trump invokes the Insurrection Act and ratchets this up even further? Disagreement is not insurrection. We've seen insurrection. I know no one wants to see this, but as Mainers, we cannot look away. We need to take this seriously.